So hello, well today I'd like to take another look at another book that I've got in my collection, which is the John Hassall Lifestyle. For those of you who aren't familiar with John Hassall, he was a sort of famous illustrator in England, I guess. There you can, well, hopefully, get out. There you can read for yourself. You know, he was, I suppose, most famous for his Skegness poster, which was a sort of shabby seaside town in the UK, in England, and sadly it still is, you know, a shabby seaside town, but they did everything they could. Mine's a library copy because obviously I'm a cheapskate. Ex Libris, there you go. John Hassall. Isn't that funny? That's his family coat of arms. I suppose it doesn't mean ex-library in this case, but but there, here you go. Look, these are typical John Hassall images. He was a very gifted sketch artist, and well, there's the bits and bobs if you want to buy a copy for yourself. Mine's a first edition library copy, obviously. But he was a very, in my opinion anyway, a very clever illustrator. And certainly did wonders for the seaside town of Skegness. Yeah. There's Jimmy. Alright, Jimmy! You alright, buddy? I think it's going to focus on Jimmy, is it? I don't know what's happening with this camera. Never sure. But, yeah, well, he captured these awesome, in my opinion, images of different things. So he was born in 1868, the son of Lieutenant Christopher Clark Hassall, Royal Navy, and his wife Louisa. Yeah, and so probably a sort of middle class family, you know. If I can focus that, yeah. And so there you go. There's a picture of John as a young man, and well, there's a picture of his family on the seashore. General Sir William Purvis that play with Hassall on the seashore, whatever that means. I don't quite know what. Oh, anyway, not going there. Look at that. That's very clever. I like that. The eavesdropper. Clever. Little mouse in the corner. So let's move on, because otherwise, obviously, people will be falling asleep. And not only that, but they will not be. Over we go. Isabel and John on their return to England. So I presume that they spent time abroad, as a lot of people did in those days. And John at work in his art studio. These are interesting. Look. So that's him working away. Where's the pictures? So this is typical John Hassall invitation card. No, it's actually by René Bull. Sorry. So, as always, my fully researched videos are just prize winners, all of them. A portrait of Isabel Dingwall. So obviously Isabel was. It says John Hassall was part of a large Victorian family, so it was natural that John continued in this tradition. During his first marriage to Isabel, there was Dorothy, Ian, and Isabel. So that's, I presume, his first wife. Come inside and have a fine old man. Don Shink show rara late looking at his watch. How's the enemy? Oh, that's all right. She's in bed. Oh dear. Anyway, sorry, I have to laugh at that because, yeah, I do. I just have to laugh at that. Sorry. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what my wife says to me now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's in bed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So there you go. I'm looking now for the Skegness. Well, there's some wonderful caricatures in here of the old days, and the Hassall antics, these were called. Yeah, lovely. The Hassall dog, I love it. Yeah. Get out. So there you go. I just really like these sorts of magazines, captions, pictures, sketches, because I grew up, my grandma had loads of these things in her world, because she was born in 1889 or something like that. And she had all these sorts of memories and treasures that were available. And I just spent hours looking through them and loving them all, you know. And yeah, what connects me to it, I suppose, mostly of all, is the actress Imogen Hassall, who lived very close to where I was living, in Wimbledon. I lived in Wandsworth Common, but she lived in Wimbledon Village. Now, hang on a minute, because she lived there sort of 20 years before I did, or 10 at least, before I did. There's John in his gallery, look. And, yeah, the actress Imogen Hassall. Wow, look at that. First World War images. The actress Imogen Hassall, who I can skip to, probably best I skip to her. Move on, lad. There she is there, look, with the author of this book. Is that going to focus? Yeah. Very pretty lady, with cleavage, which was what she was famous for, of course. She was great friends with the actress Susanna Lee, who starred in a film with Elvis Presley and what have you. And Imogen was in a Carry On film, I think it was Carry On Loving. She was a great, how can I put it, a crush. She was one of my great crushes when I was a kid. And, yeah, she had a very sad end, actually. She took her own life because her acting career kind of burned out, and she was reduced to the status of a waitress, and in Putney, I believe, not far from where I lived in Wandsworth Common, as I say. And she's buried in a cemetery near Wimbledon Village now. And I thought, what a great loss, because what a beautiful girl, what a beautiful woman. I mean, although she was obviously much older than me, I mean, I wasn't like trying to date her or anything. She's, how old would she be now if she was still alive? Probably in her sort of late 70s. But ultimately, I just got so, I don't know where I'm going with this actually, but I kind of got hooked on the idea that Imogen Hassall was dead, and why is she gone? She's so pretty and so talented, and that's how I found out about her antecedents and or is it ancestors? Ancestors, I think it is, isn't it? Ancestors. Antecedents are the ones that come after, and ancestors are the ones that go before. So there you go. My Latin is failing me, even though they try to drum it in me at public school. Porto, portas, portat, portamus, portatis, portant. No, I'm not going to carry your suitcase, you monkey. The only thing I ever learned in Latin was a joke, which was effectively a group of Latin words which means nothing. But they make a jokey kind of thing which says, Kaiser adsum jam forte, pompe adarat. Kaiser sic in omnibus, pompe in is at. Isn't it great? My poor My poor dad spent so much money on my education, and here I am, talking codswallop on on YouTube. Come here! Good boy. At least you're awake, mate, innit? It's awake, it is, this little dog. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, as always. I'm sorry it's so long and boring, but I don't know what else to sort of... Jimbo is the star of the show. That's a fact. So there you go. The John Hassall lifestyle via Jim Timber. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, and all the very best wishes to you all.